Clarity on Fire, a podcast for people who know what they don't want out of their life and career, but aren't sure what they'd rather be doing.
In a world where it's easy to exist, but hard to feel alive, we, Kristen
and Rachel,
2 certified life and career coaches, are here to help you cut through the information overload, get unstuck, and focus not just on how you can have a career you're passionate about, but how to create a whole life that feels fulfilling.
So join us here, where we serve up inspiration and down-to-earth wisdom in a way that only 2 best friends can.
We want you to experience the relief of knowing that, yes, you're allowed to want more out of your life and career.
And no, you don't have to wander through the dark anymore. Our job is to light the fire that shows you the way. Let's go. Once again, I found a clever way not to blog.
But this is really clever. I'm very excited about this.
I'm ashamed we didn't think of this much sooner as the Ravenclaw nerds that we are, the Harry Potter super fans that we are. Why did it not occur to us to do this before?
This is a real missed opportunity.
So, okay, I'm not going to waste your time by explaining passion profiles to you, because you can go take the quiz if you haven't already. And if you haven't, please just pause. Go to clarityonfire.com, take the passion profile quiz. It'll only take you a couple minutes. You can read your result. Then you can have a more, enjoyable experience, because otherwise you're just going to be listening to us sorting people into crap you don't understand. What's the fun in that?
I imagine if you're listening, though, I really hope you've taken the quiz by now.
And if you want to hear more about all 4 passion profiles, I highly recommend you also go back to our side chat from December 2018. I believe it's episode number 75, called The 4 Passion Profiles, where you can get a debrief about all of them so that you understand the ins and outs of each. And part of the reason we're doing this today, I will remind you, is that today is, May 21st, 2019, today, if you're listening, is the last day to take advantage of our Passion Profile short course promotion, which means you're getting $50 off with the code MAY, and to literally everyone who signs up, which is insane. I understand this.
By the end of the day today.
Today, yeah, not in perpetuity, like it's over today. You also get a free hour-long coaching session with one of us. Let me answer a few questions that people have been having. 1, what if I want to do the short course, but I can't do it right away? That's fine. When you buy this course, you have access to it forever. So if you want to take advantage of the promotion and then wait to do it until some point, a few months from now, when you have time, that's fine.
Keep in mind that your free coaching session will happen after you complete the course.
Right.
But even if you don't complete it for several more months,
I don't care.
That's fine. Just reach back out when you're done.
As long as you reach out to us when you're done with the course.
And say, I'm ready for my free coaching call.
Yeah.
We'll set it up.
So you can do it. So what is the Passion Profile short course? Should we answer that question?
We should probably answer that.
So it's our 5-ish hour, totally online, do-it-yourself course that helps you get clear about the intersection between your career and your passion, helps you figure out your cardinal direction, so to speak, understand your passion profile better, so that your life and your career can be more aligned with your true nature, how you're wired, how you want to feel, how you prefer to work. It is not about
figuring out what your passion is.
That doesn't matter as much as you guys think it does.
And doing this course first will help you answer that question afterward.
Yes.
Because you will limit your options in a very helpful way so you don't have so many opportunities in front of you that you're overwhelmed. This will get you much clearer on the structure of how you are meant to work. And then filling in the content, filling in what you're supposed to do becomes a million times easier after this.
The quick analogy I like to use is, why would you try to pick a sports position if you don't yet know what sport you want to play? Why weigh shortstop versus linebacker if you don't really know whether you'd like to play baseball or football? It's so dumb. It makes no sense. It's a complete waste of time. That's how much time you're wasting when you're trying to figure out what your passion is, and you have no idea what your passion profile is. You have no idea how you're meant to work.
You're considering options that were never going to be a fit anyway. So let's just cut out all of the junk, leave the few options left on the table that are actually going to be a good fit, and then you can fill in the what, the content. So much easier. This is the best starting place if you are overwhelmed with too many options.
Yeah.
This is where you need to start.
Yeah. If you're new to Clarity on Fire, this is a really good thing to do. Plus, we don't give free coaching sessions. We've never done this. Never. And we might never do it again. So even if you're like, okay, I get it. Yeah. Like, I go through the short course and I understand and I still want to talk through some things. Well, guess what? You get an hour-long coaching session with one of us where you can actually talk to us, which is unheard of. So
keep in mind, in order to get this promotion, the discount and the free call, you have to use the code MAY.
Yeah.
The coupon code MAY, M-A-Y, at checkout.
Okay.
Before the end of the day today.
Link is in the episode description, where you can also read more about the course and get clear on whether this is right for you, because I ain't encouraging you to do it if it's wrong for you. And I don't want you to do it just because you get a free coaching call. That's not a good idea either. So,
because you have to do the course first. So you might as well want to do the course.
Yeah. Don't just do the course perfunctorily, you know? Okay, so now into the real order of business, which is let's sort Harry Potter characters into their passion profile.
The Clarity on Fire version of the sorting hat.
So before we do this, though, let's just really clearly, just literally like the one word primary value of each passion profile so that we're all clear about why we're sorting people the way we're sorting people. Okay.
Firestarters are all about freedom.
Yeah.
All the freedom.
Yeah. And again, I want to elaborate, but I'm not going to because I have a million times before. Tribe members are all about connection or community, however you want to say it.
Thrivers are all about fun or enjoyment. Just living life.
Also balance. I have to add that in.
Yeah, balance.
You know, clocking in and clocking out. And side hustles are all about variety. Also stimulation.
Yes. The anti-boredom group.
Yeah. Inability to choose one thing. Okay, so there's like the most brief description of passion profiles
we've ever given.
Okay, so we'll start with Harry.
Yeah, we got to start with Harry. I believe, I've been thinking about this more since we first had this idea. And I believe that Harry is probably like 70% Thriver.
Yes.
30% Firestarter.
I think Harry and you and I have a lot in common in this way.
Yes.
I think, okay, so the reason we say this is because Harry is on a reluctant mission. He doesn't actually like being the chosen one.
He got thrown into this. He was forced into a Firestarter role simply because of
a revolutionary role, because of who he was.
Because of what happened to him when he was a baby.
Right. He didn't really want it. All he really wants is to be able to just like be a normal person.
Hang out with his friends.
And like clock in and clock out, like kind of show up at school. He doesn't have a passion for school. His passion is Quidditch, which is an extracurricular hobby. He goes to school often so that he can play Quidditch, right? Yes. That's a very Thriver thing to do.
Absolutely.
However, he does become an Auror later in life, which it is a job, right? It's a 9 to 5. He works for the Ministry of Magic. He has a government position, but it's very Firestarter in nature in that there's a lot of flexibility. There's a lot of autonomy. There's a lot of work out in the field. It is not a pencil pushing behind the desk type of job.
I am not convinced, though, that he would have become an Auror if he had not been the chosen one.
Oh, no, that was totally circumstantial. Who knows? Honestly, he would have been a very mediocre wizard had he not been the chosen one.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Hermione is a much, much, much better, like, witch than either him or Ron. Like, that's clear. That's obvious.
Speaking of Ron and mediocre wizards.
I mean, Ron is the most Thriver of all Thrivers, yes?
He is just a solid Thriver.
Yeah, he just wants to enjoy his life. He doesn't really want to be bogged down by a lot of pressure. Ron doesn't like pressure. No. He doesn't do well under pressure, and Thrivers don't do well under pressure. They hate it.
He does what he needs to do to get by. Yeah. He's all right with a passing grade. Yeah. That's fine for him.
He's like, it's good enough.
Sure.
I'm going to go have fun now.
Yep.
And that's not just a teenager thing, because Hermione is the exact opposite of that. Now, I think, okay, controversial opinion maybe. I think Hermione is 60% tribe member, 40% Firestarter.
Really? I would have flipped the numbers.
Really?
I think she's a combination of those two for sure.
It could be 50-50 then.
But I think she's slightly more Firestarter.
I think she's more tribe member.
Okay, explain, and then I will explain.
Well, I think that, yes, she has entrepreneurial ventures, such as the Society for the Promotion of Elfish Welfare.
Yes, she founded that.
Yes, she did. But the impetus was the community aspect of it. It wasn't necessarily the entrepreneurial thing that lit her up. It was the community. And there's no better, listen, no, my case is shut and closed right here, okay? There's no better case for the fact that she's more of a tribe member than a Firestarter than apparently canonically. I mean, we both have interesting feelings about The Cursed Child. We haven't seen it on Broadway. We might eventually one day, and it might change our minds. But I read the script. I read the play. I didn't love it. I'm a purist. Like, don't mess with my interpretation of Harry Potter canon. You know what I mean? But she does become Minister of Magic, which to me is both a tribe member position and a Firestarter position. But I think the reason she became Minister of Magic was not because she was motivated so much by freedom and risk-taking and entrepreneurship the way a Firestarter is. It's because she's motivated by making communities better, and she's motivated by improving people's lives. It's more about the connection and the community for her. And she like filters her entrepreneurial side through a tribe member lens. That is why I argue tribe member first.
100% agree that she filters her Firestarter through a tribe member. And she is still the one pushing agendas forward. She's not latching onto other people's missions so much as she's creating her own missions and then leading the tribe. So I agree. I think she's really balanced, but I do think that the Firestarter might be come out a little bit on top. But
agree to disagree.
We're mostly on the same page here.
Okay. Well, here's what we can both agree on. Dumbledore is a complete Firestarter.
100%.
Yeah. I don't think he doesn't have anything else. That man is a revolutionary. Yes. He invented the 12 uses of dragon's blood just casually, right? I mean, he runs Hogwarts the way he wants to run it, Ministry of Magic, and their educational decrees be damned.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't have any tolerance for anyone else.
He will operate in the middle of the office and leave all of those Aurors and Umbridge in complete shock because that is how little he gives a damn what anyone thinks.
How much more badass can you get? I mean, really.
He'll track down Horcruxes. He's just the best.
I don't think anyone could argue with that one.
No, okay, that's ridiculous. Don't argue with me on that.
Since we're talking about professors, I want to go to Hagrid. So I think Hagrid definitely has some side hustler. Oh man,
I think so too. I think he's a majority side hustler,
dealing in all kind of little deals and side projects.
But I think he's also a little bit tribe member.
I agree.
He cares about people so much. He wants to be part of the group so much. He loves spending time with and like. It's not like tribe members are the only people who like spending time with their friends. I just think he's very motivated by community and connection. But I do think he's more motivated by variety. And he just loves having his hand in a million different magical creatures projects at one time.
Yes, he does. To his own and others' detriment often.
Yes.
But he can't stop himself. It's who he is.
Right. He's always got something going on. Mm-hmm. He's always got some sort of project going on, which is a very side hustler move.
Yes. But he's also wanted that sense of belonging, probably because he never really did feel like he belonged.
Okay, Neville.
Oh.
I think Neville's a thriver.
Neville's a thriver.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, he did find a way to monetize his hobby and
by
his
becoming
passion.
the herbology professor.
Herbology professor. But I would argue that there's not a ton of pressure on being a herbology professor. Also, a teacher is the kind of job that thrivers often gravitate to because it's predictable, it's stable, it's very stable. I mean, if you work at Hogwarts, you can work there for years and years and years, right?
That's a good thriver job.
Yeah, and you kind of know your hours, and there's never like a plant-based emergency. Well, that's not true, because what if you need some mandrakes to cut up order to turn people, to unpetrify people?
It's true. You sometimes do need to throw a potion together with your... Well, you could just, maybe...
He was never good at potions, but you know what? He got better when Snape wasn't his professor anymore.
I know. It was the pressure. Again, it was the pressure. He does not do well under pressure, and that's a thriver thing.
Snape. This is hard. I haven't actually thought about him yet.
Snape. That's an interesting one. He's certainly not a tribe member.
No. He is not. I think Snape is kind of like Harry. He's a reluctant Firestarter. I think he honestly is just kind of like a thriver. What he wanted was for this girl to love him back, and then he could have I think he wanted just a normal life where he could be happy. And I'm not sure he had any grand ambitions. I think that because of his backstory, he kind of swept up with the wrong crowd. And I know he's a Slytherin and therefore they're supposed to be ambitious, but I think his ambition was fueled by it wasn't authentic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like he was looking
filling a void.
Someplace and somewhere to express himself. He was kind of a loner.
And I think he also has just done what he needed to do to get by. And that has sometimes looked like becoming a Firestarter by essentially being a double agent. I mean, that's...
But he never loved it. He didn't thrive off of that.
He just did it out of necessity, not out of true opportunity.
I think Snape at his heart was just a thriver. And he just kind of Yeah, he was just kind of depressed.
But it was a hard time. Yeah. Okay, McGonagall. I think she's mostly a tribe member.
I think so too. You wouldn't necessarily.
And the tribe is Hogwarts. She is all fully on board.
Super loyal to Hogwarts.
Yes, and Dumbledore as the leader.
Yeah, she's super motivated by people. Even though you wouldn't think so because she can be such a hard ass, but like she genuinely really cares.
She does.
About. And she wouldn't have done that job for like literally her whole life.
I know. She devoted everything.
Right. If she wasn't a real like kind of like a badass hard ass tribe member.
Yeah. Okay, Luna Lovegood. I think she has at least part side hustler.
I think Luna is
her and her dad are both dabblers into all kinds of interesting topics and subjects and projects.
Rackspurts and the Quibbler and
the Nargles.
Snork.
Yeah. They like to go down all kind of little rabbit holes and research and explore, and they're multi-passionate.
I do think that Luna was multi-passionate.
She might have a little bit of tribe member too. Well, I don't know.
Think that she may be more of a thriver than she is a tribe member if she has a secondary.
I guess she kind of just accepted, like, I'm probably not going to belong, and that's okay.
I think she's more of just kind of like a wandering side hustler. She has that shiny object syndrome.
She really does.
Where you could just kind of get her excited or interested in something, and then she would kind of float off to the next thing without finishing the thing that she just did. Yeah. Like, that would be a very side hustler
that's classic side hustler.
Yeah. Ginny?
I think we need to go into the Weasleys.
Okay, well, let's start with Ginny.
Yes. Ginny has serious Firestarter energy.
I think Ginny is very much a Firestarter. And I think that what she became, so she played professional Quidditch.
Yeah.
And then I think she became a magical sports journalist, which is, in my opinion, a pretty Firestarter job because journalists are very independent. They often set their own hours. They're often tracking down leads on their own. It's a very autonomous type of role. So I think that she ended up with a career that's actually very Firestarter in nature. Even though it's not totally entrepreneurial.
True.
But not every Firestarter job has to be.
No, you don't have to be an entrepreneur. You just have to have a lot of autonomy and a lot of independence over what you do. And as a writer, you probably do have a good amount of that.
I mean, right. As long as she had a good relationship with her editor at the Daily Prophet. But we don't know about that.
True. I think Molly is a real tribe member.
Of course.
Given that her tribe is her family.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think that Fred and George are classic Firestarters.
Total Firestarters.
I mean,
maybe a little side hustler dabbling in there because they have all these different things,
But it's kind of like within, they might be under Firestarter side hustler combos, but it's all under the umbrella of the Magical Joke Shop.
True.
So yes. I mean, I'm sorry, Weasley, Wizard, and Wheezes. So I feel like they were always trying to sell.
Oh my gosh, they've been entrepreneurs since the beginning.
They're giving snack boxes. They were always selling those and getting in trouble. And Hermione was always getting angry with them for selling those and experimenting on first years. Who else?
Arthur, very much a tribe member.
Yeah, he really loved his job.
He loved his job.
He was very passionate about his job.
I think he might have a little bit of thriver in him, too. He liked to have regular hours so he could be back with his family, of course.
He liked work-life balance, but he very much liked his job.
But he would work long hours if he had to, if there was an emergency with Muggle toilets.
There was a regurgitating Muggle toilet or a biting teapot or a doorknob that was causing problems.
He wanted to fix that for the sake of the mission. Yeah. He really cared about his job.
Ugh. I was just thinking about how Percy is a tribe member, but in the worst way.
He's the worst kind of tribe member.
He's just kind of such a
blind loyalty to people who don't deserve it.
We did not. I mean, I know he changed heart at the end, but really, Percy was so annoying.
Okay, what about Bill and Charlie? They both, to me, have a little bit of Firestarter energy. I don't know if we know quite enough about them.
I would say they're both pretty Firestarter-y in that Charlie was a dragon wrangler or tamer. I mean, that seems
pretty. If you have to be okay with risk, for sure.
And it's a very, I imagine, independent kind of. It's not a desk job, and neither is working for Gringotts. It wasn't a pencil pushing or a quill pushing job, if you will.
This has more adventure built into it. I
can't believe we just did all of the Weasleys. I don't know if that was totally necessary, but we did.
Can I say a controversial? I mean, maybe not controversial. I think it's kind of a given. The Dark Lord is very much a Firestarter.
Well, Voldemort is a Firestarter. Yeah, I mean, you can't really deny it.
He must not be named.
He was a revolutionary, and he wasn't doing good things with his revolution.
He used it for evil, not for good, but pure Firestarter energy.
Voldemort is a Firestarter. But so was Dumbledore, so there you go. Things everything in balance and they cancel each other out. Okay, a couple more. Let's see. Who else do I want to do? I mean, we haven't talked about the Dursleys.
True. Okay.
I think Vernon Dursley is a thriver.
I think he's mostly a thriver too. He does care about his work, but he cares about it for the money. He doesn't really care about it for the mission.
He's just kind of clocking in and clocking out and
providing a good lifestyle for his family.
I think that's more of his interest is the prestige or the money that it gets him, not necessarily. And I'm not saying most thrivers are like that. Vernon Dursley is a little bit hard one to categorize because he's such a dick.
I think Petunia is also a thriver because she's just living life, and her passion is what the neighbors are doing. Yeah, and what the neighbors are doing and all the gossip in the neighborhood and her son's little...
Yeah, she doesn't seem to care about having a job that she clocks in and out of or anything.
No.
I
think her passion is living life and snooping on the neighbors.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
and spoiling her chunky son.
I don't think we really know what Dudley.
Yeah, I don't think we knew.
He's too young. We didn't have enough perspective.
I don't think he was super Firestarter-y or ambitious in that way, but who knows? Maybe he developed that in later years.
We need to do a few members of the Order of the Phoenix.
Sure.
So Sirius is a Firestarter. Let's be very clear about that. Obviously, he valued freedom so much, he got so upset when Dumbledore basically told him you're not allowed to leave Grimmauld Place that he then ended up at the Ministry, and look where that landed him.
I know.
I would say Bellatrix.
And he's very, very comfortable with risk as well.
I was going to say, this is not an Order of the Phoenix member, but it made me think of Bellatrix Lestrange, who's a complete tribe member.
Oh my gosh, total loyalty.
I mean, gross loyalty, apparently, if you think about the cursed child, but I don't want to go there.
Yeah. I think Lupin is probably mostly a thriver. I think he just kind of wanted to be able to live his life and he wasn't able to because of his condition.
Yeah.
But he might have some tribe member as well. I think he's all about the mission and being a part of the team.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to belong and he never really did.
I think Peter Pettigrew was also a tribe member.
Oh, yeah,
Cursed his
the worst
soul.
kind. But not a very loyal one.
I don't know about the real Mad-Eye Moody. Sometimes I think about Mad-Eye Moody and I'm like, most of what we know about Mad-Eye Moody was not actually Mad-Eye Moody.
We didn't spend much time with the real Mad-Eye.
I feel like he was kind of a Firestarter, though, because he didn't give a damn.
Oh, it was his way or the highway.
It was his way or the highway. I feel like he was the head Auror, right? He kind of set the tone of how people do things. Oh, Tonks. Tribe member.
Tribe member, yeah, for sure.
Okay. I feel like we could keep on and on and on and on and on. And I could go with even more obscure people if I had to. But I'm not sure that you want to hear all of that.
We don't need to be.
Oh, though.
Insane.
Okay, so there's some Harry Potter sortings for you. I want to hear what you think about them. I would love to hear in the comments your house, if you want to share, your Harry Potter house.
And your passion profile. And then if you agree or disagree, or if there's anyone that we didn't sort that you're like, I can't believe that you left Professor Trelawney out. Oh my God. Trelawney, I think she's just a thriver. You think she might have some side hustler?
I was going to say she might be a side hustler too.
Yeah, I feel like she might have a little bit of it.
She's got that same Luna Lovegood energy.
Exactly. Yeah. Shiny object syndrome.
Yeah. I mean, she can't just fixate on one thing for long.
Yeah.
Okay. So we
also, I think it would be kind of cool if you guys share your Harry Potter house and your passion profile. Maybe we will see if there's any patterns that emerge.
I don't think there are.
I doubt it, but it would be interesting.
I don't
think of an experiment.
Yeah, I don't think that has any correlation. Because we ask people when they do the PPVE and we get all sorts of different answers.
That's true.
Okay. And in honor of the fact that Game of Thrones is over, even though at this point we don't know how it ends, though neither of us are anticipating anything we're going to be excited about this point.
I know.
We should
do a few of those characters.
A few Game of Thrones. Just why
please.
not? Okay. So, Jon Snow, biggest thriver that ever thrived.
I know. Thriver who everyone forced into being a Firestarter.
He never want it.
He's kind of like Harry in that way, except I think he has even less Firestarter energy.
Yeah, he just is a thriver. He just wanted to live a normal life and clock in and out on the wall, and that was it.
I actually think he might have a splash of tribe member. He really wanted to join the Black and be part of the Brotherhood.
That's true. Yeah.
And he really did care about that. He cared about what they were doing.
No Firestarter energy.
No, none of that.
I mean, he does it because he has to, not because he wants to.
Yeah. On the flip side, Daenerys is 100% Firestarter.
Yeah, I mean,
the most. I mean, come on,
else.
literally starting fires.
I mean, Oops.
All over
R.I.P.
the
everyone
place.
in King's Landing.
God.
I mean, spoiler alert, but at this point,
pretty
get
late.
over yourself if you don't know that. Brienne of Tarth is the most tribe member of whoever tribe.
Such a tribe member. Oh, totally. Okay. Should we do the Starks?
All of them?
Just the children.
Okay.
So Arya.
Well,
Arya, I feel like she's a fire starter.
I think
because it's like her way or no way.
I think she is, but I think she's got some tribe member energy because she never ever gave up on her tribe. Do you know what I mean?
Her family.
She never forgot who she was. And she did put other people's, she thought about other people's needs. She wasn't, yes, she's a lone wolf, but literally lone wolf. But I think she has some tribe member energy.
Yeah, that's true. But a lot of fire starter. Definitely a combination there.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I feel like Sansa is kind of similar in that way.
I do too. She's much more of a natural fire starter than Jon ever has been.
Yeah, she's got entrepreneurial zeal. She's got leadership skills.
Can we even do Bran? I feel like he's not even a real person anymore.
No, he's not a real person anymore. And when he was small, you just don't know. Yeah,
right.
He was a
kid. We can't really do him.
No, he doesn't work.
Okay, so we've given an example of a total fire starter, total tribe member. I want to give an example of the most pure thriver, which is
we already
Davos.
did that. That was Jon.
Well, I said I think Jon is a little bit of tribe member. I think Davos is just a straight up
think
thriver.
Davos is a thriver.
I love Davos.
I know. I love him too. He just wanted to be a smuggler, and the world just did not allow that.
No. What about the Hound?
Oh.
Hound is an interesting one.
He is. I think he's a thriver because he didn't love his job and he was not passionate about it. And he would not have done it. He wouldn't have worked if he didn't have to.
No, that's for sure.
He wasn't passionate about anything other than killing his brother, which is not really a good passion to have.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a passion. It was just kind of like, I got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the Lannisters. I think Cersei is very much a fire starter, but she really does care about her family.
Well,
that's the only thing she ever cared about was her family. So there's some tribe member going on there too, I think.
I think Jaime is a tribe member.
I do too.
I mean, to his fault, to be honest.
I know. He could never shake the tribe.
No. He had no Firestarter energy, though.
Yeah.
Unlike his sister. Tyrion has some side hustler energy.
He does. He's a dabbler.
Yeah, Tyrion... I feel like Tyrion needs to have his hands in multiple things or else he just kind of probably can't sit still.
He doesn't like to be bored.
No. He likes variety. He likes stimulation. We know that about Tyrion.
He does.
Okay.
We can't do everyone in Game of Thrones because there's so many characters.
We did the big ones.
We hit the highlights, yeah.
We did the big ones. I mean, Grey Worm is a tribe member.
For sure.
I mean, I think Missandei was also a tribe member. R.I.P.
Oh. My heart.
I mean, R.I.P. to all these people at this point, because I'm assuming almost all of them are dead by the time I go back and listen to this on Tuesday. They're all going to be dead. Great.
Oh, man.
That's why we focus mostly on Harry Potter, because Harry Potter won't let us down.
Yeah, we know there are no surprises left in Harry Potter.
Well, but it never let me down. Well, that's not true. But let's not get into the last movie.
No.
Okay.
That was a lot for you guys. If there's any characters in any other show that you want to you want us to give our take on, put them in the comments.
Sure.
We'll give you our thoughts.
Yeah, if you want us to do another one of these for a different show,
this was fun.
Be happy. I mean, we love all sorts of TV. We could do Gilmore Girls.
Oh, that would be a good one.
That would be really fun.
Friday Night Lights was a classic. Or Lost.
Lost. I feel like that's so irrelevant. It's 15 years old at this point. But I would love to do that. Now I'm going to think about it without any prompting. Okay, so a reminder as we're wrapping up here that, again, today's the last day to get $50 off the short course and a free coaching session when you sign up with the code MAY.
If you're listening to this after Tuesday, because I know some of you probably are, the short course is still available. It's available 24/7. So it's not like, oh man, I can never take this again. Or
yeah, you're just
I have
not
to
going
wait
to
for
get
the
the
next
goodies.
window. Yeah, you won't get the bonuses, but you can still join us for the program.
Okay, so again, if you need more info about that, if you're on our email list, we've emailed you a bunch of times by now, so you can go read any of the emails we've sent you lately. You can go to the episode description and click the link and read the short course page to get clear on what we're doing and what you can expect from it. And then we will see you again on Friday with an interview with an expert. Ooh, we are talking about negotiation. which sounds lame and boring, but is not, because we had a lot of fun talking about it. And we busted some myths with our expert about negotiation and what it means, and basically how to negotiate anything, not just money.
Yes, how it applies to everything. This is not just about your career or just about your salary. It's about everything and just getting more of what you want in your life. That was it. That's the point. So you definitely want to join us for that on Friday.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Bye.